welcome to Books Unbound, the podcast where we unbind books to get to their hearts with your hosts, us. It's Ariel and
Raylene
in the same room. Yahoo!
Wow.
This is big.
Yeah.
It's huge and rare, in fact.
It's been 3 years? No, 2 years since we last saw each other. 3
Yeah.
years since I was last here in your house.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
How's the house looking?
It's looking great. There are some cool little things behind the scenes that I've gotten to see that I've been delighted by.
How about the mini truck? How's the mini truck in person?
My gosh. Even smaller than you'd think. He's so cute.
And you got to ride in it.
I got to ride in it. He started up great.
He did.
Thank God. And yeah, it was fun driving around and seeing people kind of like gazing
Everyone
at him.
looks.
Everybody looks at him.
Yeah. And whenever people don't look at him, I worry about them. I'm like, I feel like you've lost the joy in your life.
Yeah, why aren't
like
you
they
happy?
just see it and they keep walking, and I'm like, this doesn't excite you?
Yeah.
This tiny truck.
You not entertained?
So you've been here for 5 days now,
Yeah.
right?
Something like that.
And we've been up to so many shenanigans.
Yeah.
And we always knew that we wanted to record a couple of episodes while Raylene was out here because it's special to have us together and it's fun.
Yeah.
And we realized we have bought so many books
Yeah.
over the last few days that actually one of the episodes we wanted to do was just a full book haul episode.
Yeah.
So you are still here for a couple more days, but I don't think we're gonna buy any more books.
No, I think I'm done. We did a lot of damage.
Too
So
much.
We had the book truck event, which that'll be another episode where
Yes.
we'll talk about the couple of books that I got from the book truck.
Yeah.
But we also were gifted some books on the book truck, which was really cool. So these are just the ones that I have bought and Ariel has bought.
Yes.
I want to say in the past, most of it happened in the past couple of days,
Yep.
but yeah, we've done some serious damage. But there's also a fun bonus. It's Ariel's birthday tomorrow.
Ooh.
And so I, of course, am giving her some books. And so I thought, what is the book haul episode without the birthday book haul?
It's true.
So we're
It's
also going
true.
to be opening Ariel's birthday present.
Yes.
Which is
So
exciting.
I'm actually so excited because I didn't think I'd get to open these till tomorrow. And
Yeah.
then Raylene was like, wait, it makes sense to do
We have
it in
to.
this episode. And so now I get to open birthday presents.
Yay!
So this is a book haul. And also, though, we're just going to kind of be walking you through the last few days of us being together and telling you kind of what we've been up to. And then birthday presents.
Yeah, what the heck?
Woo!
It's going to be juicy.
All right, Raylene. Let's start off. Let's just go through it.
Okay.
The first thing that we did was, okay, so I picked Raylene up on Saturday evening.
Yep.
Sunday morning
This is crazy.
was the book truck event. So like Raylene just said, we're going to do a whole episode about the event, just reflecting on how it went and trends we noticed, things we sold, and things we got.
Yeah.
Because it was really fun. But then we had a late lunch, and then we went to Bookmark
Yes.
in Halifax.
Which I have been to before. It's one of my favorites. Like, I really feel like they have a perfectly curated collection.
Yes.
And it was actually kind of funny because Kyle was there and he's not much of a reader, but he likes sci-fi fantasy. Like, that's the thing that he gravitates towards. He was walking around and he said, "There's no fantasy section here." And I was like, perfect. I don't need that.
Is that true? I wonder if
I don't
it's
know
in
if
a
it-
weirdly
yeah,
tucked corner.
It might be a strange corner, but it was, yeah, he couldn't find it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I
But
was
you noted that they had a really good horror section.
Their horror section is incredible. Very strange picks there. Like, most of the time you see a horror section and it's all Stephen King.
Yeah.
And this one had, you know, a normal amount of Stephen King and then just a whole bunch of other wacky stuff.
Yeah.
So I did actually buy something from that section at that store. So
Oh!
that's a good transition.
Okay.
So at Bookmark, I bought 2 books. The first one is Ring, which is by Koji Suzuki. And this is the book that, you know, the famous movie, the horror movie Ring.
I didn't know it was based on a book.
Yeah, it's based on a book. And I've been trying to find a used copy of this book for years and years, thinking, like, it's not a new book, obviously. Like, it's been out for quite a while.
Yeah.
But I guess people just don't want to get rid of it.
Fair.
2004. And so
I didn't know that.
I've been hunting for it and haven't been able to find it, so I decided it was time. It's this cool, trippy
It's
cover.
a really cool cover.
And I actually haven't seen the movie.
Interesting.
So-
Have I?
I
I don't know.
don't know. So that one, it's kind of a wild pick, but I was like, it's a classic, Japanese horror. I mean, it's not super old, but I call it's like a modern classic, I guess.
Yes.
So that one was really exciting. I just realized that the second book I got, kind of the covers are doing
covers
something.
go together.
So I'll just tell you the second book I got at Bookmark
Yeah.
because I was really excited about this. So the second book I got is This is Amiko Do You Copy by Natsuko Imamura. And that is the author who wrote The Woman in the Purple Skirt.
Right.
And I really, really enjoyed that book, as you guys may remember. And so I've been wanting to get this for a while. I've been hunting for it, but none of the bookstores I go to have a good selection of Japanese translated lit. And so going into Bookmark, I was like, I know I'm going to find something good. And so I did. And so yeah, you can kind of see though, the covers are like, ooh. They both have swirls.
They're both very hypnotic.
Yeah. Don't want to look at those for too long.
Something bad might happen.
Maybe.
Okay, I got one book while I was in Bookmark, and it is To Be Taught If Fortunate by Becky Chambers. Funny, the title and the author name are in the exact same text, in the exact same size, with the exact same formatting. So it looks like the title is To Be Taught If Fortunate Becky Chambers.
Yeah, you wouldn't know,
right?
If you don't know.
If you don't know.
Wow, that is crazy.
That's interesting. Fascinating.
So what is this one all about? This one is not related to her series, right?
No. So this is a standalone, which I have the first book in the other series that she's done, and I tried reading it a while ago, and I didn't really get into it. I feel like maybe I'll try it again, but it's like chunky.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. And I had, as you guys know, loved A Psalm for the Wild Built, and I enjoyed the sequel. I didn't love it as much as the first one, but I enjoyed the sequel. And I thought, it'd be great to read something else by Becky Chambers if it was short.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want something huge, and I don't like series. And that's the other thing that keeps me away from the other one, where I'm like, if I read the first one, I'm only read part of the whole thing.
Right.
Anyway, so I heard that this one was good, and I looked it up, and I was like, this sounds cool. And then somebody at the mini truck was actually like, I also have read this one by them, and it's really, really good. Yeah. And I was like, okay. And then I happened to see it in Bookmark, and I was like, it's a sign.
It's a sign. That's perfect. Yeah, my other thing was trying to keep like small books because I have to travel home, and this was like the first purchase I made.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I can fit these in my backpack or suitcase easily.
No
and
problem.
Everything is gonna be good from here. Everything will fit. Now we don't know if everything will fit. You'll see.
Can you please tell them what you said out loud to someone at the truck?
It was at the truck. Someone out there witnessed this as well. I said, yeah, I'm only allowed to get 2 books on this trip because I for the first time ever am here with a tiny suitcase. A carry-on. I've never traveled with a carry-on before. I've always had like a massive suitcase where you can just shove everything into it and it's no problem. So I said that I was only going to get 2 books because, how am I gonna get them home? I do have a backpack, so my plan.
Yes.
The backpack is the plan right now. And luckily, like some of your gift was in my backpack coming, so I feel like I've replaced some of the things that were in there with new books, and the rest will just have to work.
I did say to Raylene, I will help you pack your suitcase.
Yeah, it'll work.
I am good at packing suitcases.
Yeah, it'll all work out.
It'll all work out. But it was just so funny because I don't remember.
And you were like, really? Like, I'm pretty sure you were like, I don't know about that.
I think I said, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Because I knew we were going to go to so many good bookshops. Oh, anyways, it was just funny.
I knew it was a hilarious thing for me to say. It was a big joke.
What is this about? It says, at the turn of the 22nd century, scientists make a breakthrough in human spaceflight. Through a revolutionary method known as somaforming, astronauts can survive in hostile environments off Earth using synthetic biological supplementations. And then it says that there's an explorer and they're going on a big mission. I'm not really sure, I just think it sounds cool. And because I liked her other slim books, I thought I trust that I might like this one.
Yeah, why not?
And again, because it's a standalone, I was like, I'm willing to give that a shot. It's only, I was going to say it's only 7 pages. That was confusing, wasn't it?
Wow, it's so short.
Oh, at the end, there's like a
snippet.
A snippet of The Long Way to a Spawning Planet. The book is like 150 pages.
Yeah, that's so short.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And do you remember recently-ish, I talked about how I could see myself going down a sci-fi rabbit hole?
I don't remember that.
That's okay. It might not have been on the podcast.
It might have been a dream.
It might have been nothing but a dream. But yeah, I was saying to someone, I thought it was you, but I was saying to someone that I was like, I could really picture myself going into sci-fi.
Oh, cool.
And I'm like, I don't know when it's going to happen. But I feel like there's going to be a moment in my life
need to be ready.
where that's going to be my next thing.
Yeah. Well, you got another sci-fi book.
I sure did.
I know that happened, so.
Well, okay, so after Bookmark, that evening, I don't know, we had a great dinner, went to sleep, woke up the next day, and we were going to go to a different bookshop, and it was closed. And so then I was like, don't worry, we'll go to a different bookshop, and it was closed. Everything is closed on Mondays in Nova Scotia, which is so funny.
Yeah, we were going to do a whole in the field episode of visiting a bookstore.
There's a whole concept there.
It fell apart.
It fell apart.
To be quite honest. But
the thing is, we pivoted. And that's all it takes. You just got to pivot in your life and go with the flow. And so I was like, you know what? I presented 3 options to you. I was like, we could do this kind of a day, we could do this kind of a day, or we could do this. And you guys said Peggy's Cove.
Yes.
So we went to Peggy's Cove. Hello!
Welcome.
We are at Peggy's Cove for a day of Nova Scotian adventure.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you liking Peggy's Cove?
Peggy's Cove is beautiful.
It is.
My phone is full of photos of the ocean.
So many photos. So many good photo ops.
It's great. There's no mountains here, which I'm used to seeing. So the sky
feels huge.
Sea to sky, you know?
So today we're going to be doing some Peggy's Cove's adventures. And we're going to go to some bookshops. So we're going to be vlogging the adventures.
And there's a seal in the ocean right now.
There's a seal
you won't be
over
able to see him, but he's there.
We saw him. All right, Raylene. We are leaving Peggy's Cove, which is
the
here
sky
behind us.
I can't get over the sky here.
How do you rate your experience?
I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
Oh, interesting. I thought you were going to say at least an 8.
I had a lobster roll, and I thought it was fine. But the scenery, the view is a 10 out of 10.
Oh, my God, it's true.
It's kind of gorgeous here.
It's so beautiful.
And so I could easily see myself, if I were to spend just like 3 or 4 hours here, like sitting on a rock, that would be a 10 out of 10 experience.
I agree.
I feel like coming here as like a quick day trip is maybe not the ideal scenario because there's not a lot to do here. I'll say it bluntly, there's not a lot to do here. But it is very beautiful. So it's more of like an atmospheric place to hang out, I would say.
Yes.
It's solid.
Yes. And if it had a bookshop.
Exactly. Like it
God.
was just missing that little extra something.
That little bookshop.
Yeah.
All right. Off to our next location.
Yeah. Where will we go?
I really enjoyed Peggy's Cove. I think it's such a beautiful village.
It's so unique. Like it's very, everywhere you look, like there's just like a cute little house on a hill.
Yes.
And like the ocean. Like that's pretty much all you see no matter what direction you look. Like it's just very picturesque.
Yeah.
And yeah, we did spend a lot of time kind of just like sitting on the rocks. Gazing out to sea.
Beautiful.
And it was really nice. And something that kept striking me, and I just figured it was worth mentioning, because I live in BC, like there are mountains everywhere.
Right.
And so every time I was looking out at the ocean here in Nova Scotia, there's like no mountains. And so all you see is water and sky. And it's just different. Every single photo I took, I was like, is the sky bluer here? Like I swear the sky is bluer. And it could just be because I'm looking at a different landscape. But it's just gorgeous.
It's true though. Like when I moved here after living in BC for 2 years, I was just like, wow, the mountains really always take up your view. Like I didn't see it. I don't think I've noticed it as much as you did because you've lived there your whole life. But I did really like, I was here and I was like, you always are. I'm used to looking out and you see mountains. There's like an edge of something around you at all times.
Yeah, usually there's mountains and trees. Like imagine Twilight. That's what it looks like a lot where I'm from. But yeah, here it's just the wide open sea, and it's gorgeous.
And the sea in the sky. Yeah. Sea in the sky. Here I am making sure we're recording with the right microphone. We sure are. We sure are. Yeah, and so we saw a seal.
Oh my gosh. He kept popping out. He was like, hey. And he'd go away.
We had lobster at a lobster shack.
I had my first lobster roll.
Yeah, you didn't like it.
I mean, I just don't care about lobster.
That's fair.
I don't know. People love lobster, and I'm just not one of those people. It wasn't bad. I just didn't.
Neutral.
I didn't connect with it.
Yeah, after that, we were like, all right, well, let's head home. We got lots to do at home. There were other things we wanted to do in Halifax. And so we started the impossible drive home.
Yeah.
And I call it impossible because, like, we stopped so many times on the way, which I love. I love because that's what you're supposed to do on vacation.
Yeah. And because we had like 4 hours or something before we needed to be anywhere.
Yeah.
So we were kind of just wandering.
Yeah.
And we were driving along, and Ariel goes, I think I just saw books. I think I just saw a sign that said books back there. And so she just turns around.
I did a U-turn.
Okay.
An epic U-turn.
So we flipped around and saw this adorable little sign.
There was this gorgeous, huge sign that said something market. Hold on, I'm going to click it so that I can say it correctly. But there is the something or other market. Oh, Mabel's Farm Market.
Yes.
And there's two giant illustrations of carrots, happy carrots smiling with wide smiles, and a happy apple waving at you.
Yeah. They pulled us in. They sure did.
And it says under one of the carrots, it says books with an arrow. And I thought...
Which was shocking and unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
To be honest.
And so we popped in, and it was such a cute little random farm stand. There was lots of great produce and, you know, snacks. It was kind of like market stand and convenience store and tiny thrift shop all in one. Very cute sign that says farm market. But look, it says books on this happy carrot. We've entered the zone. Beautiful copy of The Name of the Wind. Really, there's a sports section. All right, all right, all right. I'm really excited. We had a fun time, got back in the car and kept driving, and we drove past a golf range, which, if you don't know what a golf range is, it's just basically a field with a lot of little pods, and then you would just get a bucket of balls with a golf club of your choice and hit all of the balls into, so you're not actually playing golf, you're just hitting a lot of balls.
Yeah, it's like a batting range, like you're just hitting balls.
You're hitting balls.
We're gonna go hit balls now.
It's been
We did a U-turn.
We don't.
We said that.
We keep trying to get home to Halifax and we keep just stopping.
We got time.
This
We got no reason not to.
is gonna be fantastic. How often have you done this?
I've never once done that.
Wait, I didn't know. That's so cool.
Last time I did golf was at a summer camp when I was a kid.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
I've never done this.
Oh man, my dad loves going to hit a bucket of balls.
Kyle
So.
and I have been talking about it for probably at least 2 years.
Oh my god.
I'm glad it's happened.
This is great.
He's the one who made this happen. He was like, turn around.
Did it go far?
That was pretty good.
You got this. You're in the zone. Hey! Not too bad.
We drove past it.
Kyle was like, we should go there. And I couldn't, the way he said it, I couldn't tell if he meant it or not.
Yeah.
And you were like, I think he means it. And I was like, U-turn! And so we did a U-turn again, and we hit a bucket of balls.
We did. We all hit a big bucket of balls.
That was really fun.
It was fun. I will say, I was really bad at it.
Okay.
You guys gave me some good tips that I did my best to use.
Yeah.
Wasn't great, but what it did do is make me want to play again.
Ah!
And it also made me want to read Albatross again.
Yes! Totally agree.
It got me into the whole mood of it. I was like, you know what? I've kind of like written off golf a little bit. I've been maybe rude about golf to people who've said like, I like golf. Now I'm like, golf is harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually, it takes a lot of skill, and I respect it a lot more now. So I'm glad we did that.
Yeah, I mean, you were like trying to hit the ball cleanly, and you kept saying like, I can't imagine if I was also trying to like have precision about where I'm getting it to.
Yeah.
Like it is,
I just wanted to hit it. I just wanted to get it off the ground.
It was really fun though.
It was
We
fun.
had a lot of fun.
I liked it a lot.
So then we got back on the road, and we headed to, we went to did we go to the Japanese shop?
Ooh,
yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of shopping.
We
that
did a
day.
shopping that day.
Yeah.
And on Quinpool, there's these two really nice shops that we went to that are like Japanese. One of them I know is owned by a Japanese family, and the other one I'm not sure, but that was really fun.
Yeah, I got a couple of cool posters from one of the shops.
Yeah. And then we went to Activate.
Oh my God. We cannot stop talking about Activate. Kyle and I are obsessed with Activate.
I know. It's great. It's basically when Raylene was like, when we originally started planning this trip, I was like, tell me what you want to do, because I want to make sure that you guys are going on vacation.
Yeah.
I want to make sure. And I asked a couple of times, I'm like, what do you want to do? What should we definitely do? And the only thing you wanted to do was to go to Activate.
Well, I knew we were going to go to a lot of bookstores.
Yeah.
And the one thing Kyle said about this trip, he's like, can we do something for me?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I respect that. Yeah. I think we should. We should. And you had shown me clips of this Activate place because you had gone there last year, right?
And I think I was like, I think we should go here when you
definitely
come.
suggested it. And I was like, that's perfect. We have to go.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that we did, because it was fun for everyone.
It was so much fun.
But it was funny because we showed up and the lady there was like, okay, everybody wearing sneakers? And I was like, hold up my foot wearing a Blundstone boot. Like, no. And basically she forced me to go to Walmart and buy some new sneakers.
She was nice, and
she was very
you
nice.
could tell she felt really bad.
Yeah,
and she
it probably
was like,
happens all the time.
Yeah, but we did have to buy you cheap running shoes. Yeah, and we haven't explained what Activate is.
Oh yeah, Activate.
Just, Activate. It is, we looked it up, or Kyle looked it up. There's a lot of locations, not only across North America, but seemingly like across the world. So
yeah, there's a few.
Maybe there's one near you, but, and this is obviously not sponsored. It's just fun. It is, the way that I would say it is it's video games, but like using your body.
Very physical.
Very physical. So basically, for example, it's a series of little rooms. You have a wristband and you tap into a room. You have a team of 2 to 5 people and you just keep playing these mini games. It's a lot like Mario Party.
Yeah.
But in real life.
I was thinking that while we were there.
Yeah. So you just you're like, let's do this one. And you all tap in and then you all go into the room, you play the game, and then you leave and you play another game. Yeah. So it's kind of like an arcade in that way. But one of the games, our favorite one, is the entire floor is made up of small screens that are like pressure pads. And it'll be like a lot of blue tiles, a lot of red tiles, like all LED lights. Red tiles you can't stand on. Green tiles are safe, and you're trying to just tap all of the blue ones. But the red ones are moving and trying to get you. So it's kind of like the floor is lava.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And you're just like running around trying to tap
screaming,
all of the...
like
you're screaming like,
blue
one over there, red lean over here. And like you're running out of time, and there's a lot of running.
Yeah.
So it really is, it's such a workout.
Yeah.
Every single time it's such a workout. Another one of the games is like asteroids. And so basically it's just like a giant room with a lot of squishy, like basically like stress balls.
Yeah.
And then there's a wall of screens with like asteroids flying towards you and you have to throw them and hit them. Another one was climb, which is basically like a rock wall, like a rock climbing wall, but all of the things that you grab onto are colored.
Yeah.
And so like one will turn blue and you've got to tap it. So I'm just trying to give examples of like, there's so many
wide
different
variety,
games and they're all physical, but they're all using video game tech as well. Oh, and the laser one.
Oh, lasers.
The lasers.
I think lasers is why I'm so sore today. It's funny because we went on Monday. Today is Thursday. We are all like 30 years old and we're trying to duck under lasers, and there's one where like the lasers are like stacked up, so you have to get all the way down and just crawl like an animal.
Oh, that's what Raylene kept saying. She was like, I'm crawling like an animal.
It was like doing a bear crawl. Like there's like a workout where you do that. So I was like, I feel like I'm really working out right now.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I am feeling it. But it was so fun.
It was so much fun.
Yeah.
So.
It really like is a place to let out your inner kid. And I mean, most of the people there are kids, so it makes sense. But it's totally a fun place.
But it is for adults.
Yeah,
like on the website when you sign up, it's like this is intended for adults. Of course, children can come, but if they come, every group of children must have an adult in their group.
Nice.
So it is actually
that's cool,
which is so much fun.
But a place that I would have loved to go as a kid.
Oh.
You know?
Oh my god.
Like running wild.
That would have been incredible.
Yeah.
So then we had a really great Korean feast at Young Poka.
It was the best day, honestly.
We had a really good day.
Yeah.
It was a really fun day. Next morning, we went to Cheeky's. We had a really great breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay, the last time that Raylene came here, it was 2021. And that's important for 2 reasons.
Yeah.
First of all, it was still it wasn't pandemic-y when you came, but it was
we were
still...
just past it, but still freaky.
Yeah, things weren't fully open.
Yeah.
Things had closed down. But the other thing is we had lived here only a year. Not even a year. We had been here for like 6 months when you came.
Right, yeah, you were still fresh.
And so we didn't really know stuff.
Yeah.
Now we have like all these recs for food and stuff. So it's been really fun to show you all my favorite food places.
It feels like a really full trip this time. Like I feel it feels really well informed.
I feel like you've been enjoying all the food, which is great.
All the food has been amazing. There has been no duds. Like no place you've taken us has been bad.
Yeah, I have like a lot of restaurant recommendations. Yeah. I've got a lot of faves.
You sure do.
But yeah, okay, so then we had a great diner breakfast, and then we went to Agricola Street Books. Hello everyone, we are at Agricola Street Books.
Yes.
Where we're gonna have some adventures. Oh wait, we already did because we couldn't film before we went in. So let's go inside in the past and the future. All right, Raylene, you are in Agricola Street Books. What are you holding?
I'm holding a Stephen King book that I'm questioning if I'm going to buy or not. because it is a little expensive for a used book, I'll admit.
But it is the one you've been looking
It is the one I've been looking for. It's Everything's Eventual, which is 14 Dark Tales. And it's in the nice, like, new trade paperback edition. And one of my friends has this book, and she hasn't read it yet. So I've been, like, holding out hope that maybe she'll want to get rid of it and give it to me. But that hasn't happened yet. So I'm still considering if I'm going to buy it or not. I think I want to just buy one book here. So if something else calls to me more, he's going to get swapped. But yeah, I'm enjoying it in here. It's a very, very cute shop.
And you said it smells like wood.
It smells a lot like wood.
Yeah, there's a lot of wood here.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
It's really nice. It's very calm in here.
All right, we are holding the books.
Now we're back.
We're back. We're holding the books that we bought behind us, but we're going to save them to do a little haul.
Ooh.
Later on.
Oh, okay.
So, how did you feel about Agricola Street Books?
It was very cute.
It's beautiful,
I
right?
really loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the perfect kind of bookstore where you go in and you like, you know, you're going to find a special gem in there. Like,
Yes.
it's a good mix of new and used. And it seemed like it was mostly used, honestly.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of interesting things to look at. And I found something I wasn't expecting to find used. So I'm really excited about that.
There you go. So, there you have it. Now we'll do that book haul. You got...
Yeah, I just got one. So
Cool.
yeah, there's
very cool
There's
choice.
a bit of a fake out in that video, because I was planning on buying that Stephen King book if I couldn't find something else, because I really wanted
Right.
to buy something at that shop because it was a really cute shop, and I was like, I want to try and support each little independent shop if I can.
Yeah.
So I was going to buy that, but then I found something that I wanted more, and I changed my mind. So what I ended up getting is Headshot by Rita Bullwinkle, which is a book that Ariel bought a while ago, and ever since you bought it, I've been wanting to get my hands on it, but no used copy has crossed my path yet. And this one was a used copy, so it was like half price.
It doesn't even look red, though.
It looks perfect.
It's like pristine.
Yeah,
and you
looks
got
like-
it half off.
Yeah, exactly. And I found a couple
Awesome.
of cute, like, little cards and, like, notebooks and things there, too. Like, they have lots of cute stuff in that shop.
Yeah, it's a great shop.
Lots of good stickers and stuff, too. So, yeah, this is the one that's about boxing.
Ooh,
Oh my
the
god, they
cards
fell
are
out.
falling out.
Well, I may as well show them since we're here. These very cute.
They're like 2 inches by 3 inches
Yeah.
tall and wide, and they're floral.
Cute little flowers.
Yeah, that's really cute for like a birthday present or
Yeah,
something.
I will definitely be giving these to my other friends for their birthdays.
All right, well, the thing that I got was kind of shocking.
Yeah, we're all still surprised. We're reeling.
I got this autobiography by and of Billie Jean King called All In. So I saw this in the sports section, and I was like, "Oh, that's fun! We like sports books."
Yep.
Looking through them, and I saw this massive biography, and I thought, "I like biographies now. Let me take a look at this thing." And you know, this is $40. But at the shop, it was $24, so I'm like, that's a crazy good deal, and
same
it's
as
in
mine.
great condition. It's a hardcover and everything. And I started reading it, and I was like, God, this is fun. Like, this is compelling. And I thought, I am gonna look up reviews, because it's such a huge book that I would hate to buy something that is, like, panned.
Yeah.
And I just won't enjoy. And so I looked it up. All of the reviews were amazing. It had, like, a really, really high rating and everything. I was like, fine.
Okay.
I'm doing it. And it seems really cool, because it seems like it's a mixture of sharing the story of her as an athlete and her like as a tennis pro, but then also her activism that she did in the 70s and stuff. So I'm excited about this.
Cool
but
pick.
I was saying I don't think I can read it this year and count it towards my biography goal because it's an autobiography.
I think she could count it.
Let us know in the comments and stuff if you think that
think it
an
counts.
autobiography counts as a biography. Okay, then after Agricola Street Books, we came to my house. And we got to hang out for a couple days. And then yesterday, we were like, let's do a Lunenburg Day.
Yes.
As this must happen. But so I did take you to Lunenburg last time that you came because I had discovered it and I was like, this is such a beautiful little town. We must go. But then now I have also discovered the village next to Lunenburg, which is La Have. And you can take the ferry to La Have. So we went to La Have and we went to the bookshop there, which was really beautiful. And you got something there, right?
For a friend.
Oh, okay. Right.
I found a book for a friend, which I don't want to mention in case she sees this.
Totally.
But it was a cool
so
find.
true.
It was a cool
Okay, but I did grab a book there, which again I kind of surprised myself with
Yeah, I
this
was
one, but I
shocked.
think it's cool. And it is Stranger in a Strange Land by Robert A. Heinlein. Heinlein?
Heinlein.
Heinlein.
Yeah.
First of all, I feel that I should read this because I say stranger in a strange land a lot, and I feel like I don't deserve to say it because I haven't read the book.
Yeah, fair.
But again, this was going with my sci-fi thing where I was like, am I about to enter a sci-fi era?
Yeah, are you also going to enter a long book era? That's my
It is kind of
for
a
you.
long one.
I feel like a lot of sci-fi books are similar to fantasy. Like, there's a lot of world building.
Yeah.
Even if it is, like, our world, sometimes it's not.
It's true.
So they're usually pretty long.
It's true. But what's cool about this one, the idea is very interesting in that it's about a person who was born on Mars. So he's a Martian. He's a human, but he was born and raised on Mars. This is like hundreds of years in the future. And he has to come to Earth. Oh. And he doesn't feel like he belongs here, which is a very interesting stranger. In a strange land.
Whoa. I see what's happening there. I feel like you should read Ray Bradbury if you haven't already. I feel like
I haven't read much
you should read The Illustrated Man. That one's short stories, but they're all kind of about Mars.
Top rec. Yeah. Straight from the source.
I love that book.
And then, as you could imagine, we went to Lunenburg Bound.
Of course.
Hello! It's a different day, and we're in Lunenburg, and you can see Lunenburg Bound is behind us. Yeah, probably my favorite bookshop in Nova Scotia, and we had to come to Lunenburg because I just think it's the prettiest town in the whole world.
It really is.
So beautiful.
So many cute buildings.
And let's see what kind of damage we do in this shop.
It's gonna be bad.
This was big, because this is probably my favorite bookshop in Nova Scotia.
Ooh.
And whenever I visit there, I'm like, here I am, and I'm about to do some damage.
Yeah. You went in there planning to buy something.
Yeah. And also, like Raylene mentioned at the beginning of this episode, it's my birthday. True. I'm turning 30, and I'm like, I deserve books. And so I went a little crazy. I feel like I haven't gone this cuckoo crazy.
Yeah, you went a little
in
nuts.
a while. And I made some choices. Every time that I buy books, I come home and I show them to Connor. My first book haul is always to Connor. Yes. And I was like, I feel like I went crazy. And he's like, show me what you got. And I showed him everything. He's like, I feel like these are really good picks. Ooh. So he really made me feel good about my choices.
Yeah, like they all make perfect sense, I feel like. Like you didn't buy anything random.
I agree.
Like I feel like they all fit for you.
They make sense.
I think you should show us your 3 books first, and then I'll jump into mine.
I will. The first one is The Woman Who Borrowed Memories by Tove Jansson. Is that what we learned?
I think so.
Tove? God,
we'll never get it.
I wanted to nail it, but I did not. This one actually was handed to me by Raylene.
I found it.
You were looking in the New York Review of Books stall that I've noticed a lot of bookshops have been getting.
Me too, and I really dig that.
Yeah,
because I'm really loving what they're doing.
There's a lot of cool stuff from them. But this is a collection of short stories by Tove. And it just sounded really great. And I thought, actually, I would like to read some short stories by her. I feel like that would be cool.
Yeah.
And I started flipping through them and started reading one of them. And I was astounded by the first line.
Oh, wow.
Okay. The first story is called The Listener. And the first lines go, Aunt Gerda was 55 when it began. And the first sign of change was in her letters. They grew impersonal.
That's a spooky beginning.
It's so good,
I like
right?
that a
and
lot.
I was like, I have to get it.
Yeah.
And you guys know I'm having a flirtation with Tove right now, so I had to grab that.
It was necessary.
The next one I think is the most impulsive of the buys. I'm a little like, what was I thinking? But I'm also like, no, but wait, I actually do want to read it. And it is, you guys saw this coming. It is Intermezzo by Miss Sally Rooney. Fascinating. I've read Normal People, and I didn't love it. I haven't read Conversations with Friends, and I haven't read Beautiful People.
We're in the same boat then.
So I was a little bit like, I would like to be a part of the conversation this time.
Yeah.
How long here? Put this in the comments as well. How long after a book comes out do you think you can read it and still be a part of the conversation? Because obviously, if you read it in the first month or two, you're definitely.
I was gonna say that's.
If you read it within 6 months. Is that too long?
I think that would be the maximum.
6
months is like no more than that.
Okay, so I've got about 6 months to read this one. I do love chess as a theme, like Queen's Gambit, so much fun. Me and my brother play a fair bit of chess. Connor loves chess, so I am intrigued by chess as a theme.
Yeah.
And it's two brothers,
right? Yeah, so it's a bit different.
Which is cool also, though, because I'm very close with my brother. And so I felt like you don't read that much about siblings.
I know.
which
That's
is
something
surprising.
I want more of.
Yeah.
It's always a nice surprise.
So I was intrigued enough to grab it. Okay, and then the final one that I got is, I'm so hyped on this.
So sick.
The Wager by David Gran, who was the author of Killers of the Flower Moon. Did you know that they've already announced they're doing an adaptation of this
Really?
with Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese?
What the heck?
Crazy! I had no idea.
That's wild.
Because I showed this to Connor. He's like, that's the one that Leo's doing next, right? And I was like, what? And I looked it up. It is. It sure is.
Oh my god.
So this sounds so up my alley right now. It's about a ship and a shipwreck and a crew, and there's mutiny. And I'm like, I do just want to read about the sea, actually.
Yeah.
I could really see myself becoming the kind of person that just reads
Knows
about
a lot
the
of
sea.
I know, it's something else I've noticed about Nova Scotia is everywhere you look, there's like, oh, there's a picture of a boat, or like, oh, there's a lobster. Like, they really have leaned in, and so I feel like it makes sense that you want to lean
It's
in.
because, like, I think maybe I imagined that it was not actually as huge a part of it. It was more like an aesthetic thing.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely a huge, like, everyone here is a fisherman. Everyone here works somehow in oceans and fisheries. And, like, I was getting my hair cut, or blow dried.
Oh.
And I was talking to the woman, and I was like, what does your partner do? And she was like, he's a scallop fisherman. And I'm liking it way more than when he was a lobster fisherman. And I'm like, totally. Like, I just talk to fishermen all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it actually is just a huge part of everyone's lives here.
Yeah.
So so I'm falling for it. I'm loving the ocean vibes.
That's so awesome.
Boats are cool.
Boats are cool, and we were right by the water too, so you got some cool pictures.
Cool boats. Yeah.
Cool boats, yeah.
Cool boats.
And okay, so my selection, and at this point, like, I already know I have quite a few books, so I was like, I have to keep it under control. And so we're in Lunenburg Bound. And
Yeah, because we haven't even shown you all the books that Raylene got, because she got some from the truck.
Yeah, those are going to be happening next week. We're not even talking about that right now.
So the sack is actually bigger than you're seeing.
It's even bigger.
Yeah.
I put them all in a bag to bring them from my room to this room, and I was like, oh no. The bag was full. So at Lunenburg Bound, I was trying to be really careful looking around, and I was looking for something slim. Specifically, I was like, I need to find a slim book.
Yeah.
And so the book I ended up selecting is Salt Slow by Julia Armfield, which I don't know if this was her debut, but this is the author who wrote Our Wives Under the Sea, which has really blown up, and I have not read yet, but I'm very excited to read. And so when I got that and added it to my shelves, I was like, I should see what else she's got going on. And I was like, short stories. I love it when an author also has a collection of short stories. And they seem like they're all kind of in the same vein as that book, like kind of weird horror, sci-fi. It says mythology and feminism. So yeah, that all kind of fits.
Great themes.
And I just thought this cover is so beautiful.
Beautiful.
And it's not like the slimmest, but it is pretty slim. It's 200 pages instead of 150.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was super happy to find this. And so I bought it. And then we left.
And we left Lunenburg Bound.
We went away from that place.
We left Lunenburg Bound and we went to lunch.
Oh, yeah.
We ate at the Smoke Pit, which was great.
Yeah. Kyle needed his barbecue.
Kyle had a barbecue platter, which was crazy.
It was huge.
It was huge. And then we went to Block Shop Books, which is the other bookshop on the stretch. There is a third one, Elizabeth Books, but it is closed. It's closed during the day. It's only open in the evenings.
Like, I don't know if I'll ever be able to go there.
I know.
I want to go there so bad.
I know, but like we have to leave because we have to drive for hours to get back to my house.
Yeah.
So we can't wait until anyways.
It's a whole mess.
It's a whole mess. So we didn't get to go to that third one, but we did go to Block Shop Books, and I found some stuff I'm like so jazzed.
I don't
about.
even really know what you got.
I know we didn't really communicate about that
We
last
were
shop.
separate.
We're having separate experiences.
Yeah.
So the first one that I found is called 1 Week in January: New Paintings for an Old Diary by Carson Ellis. I'm not aware of Carson Ellis. It says, on the back, people are like, oh my God, like, we're so honored to get another thing from Carson Ellis. And I'm like, okay, so I don't know who that is. I've missed out. But this is, I read the prologue and the introduction, and it really got me. So basically, the author's talking about how years ago, it was like 2 decades ago or 3 decades ago or something, she had moved to Portland, Oregon. And she kept a really meticulous little diary for 1 week.
Oh my god.
And this was because she was worried that her memory was getting worse. And she didn't want to forget this huge new feeling. I think she was quite young and she's like moving out for the first time.
That's so cool.
And she wanted to write down everything that happened to her. Ironically, she then completely forgot about this diary and rediscovered it 20 years later.
Whoa.
And yeah, I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting this right. But yeah, she decides that she's going to illustrate it. And so there's all of these really beautiful pictures, illustrations and paintings that go along. It reminds me of like Myra Coleman stuff.
Oh yeah.
A little bit, but it's really, really stunning illustrations. And I was like, diaries, like that kind of goes with my letters thing.
That's true.
And I just thought it was so stunning. So I have a good feeling about this one.
Yeah,
I think I'm
that's a
going to
cool
really
find.
like it. Then I'm hyped on this. Then I found The Language of the Night by Ursula K.
Oh my
Le Guin. The Language of the Night.
Oh.
Essays on writing, science fiction, and fantasy. So this is a book that a friend of mine recommended to me, actually. She loved it. She like absolutely loved it. And she's like, Ariel, I specifically think you should read this. Like, I think you'd really like it. And I was like, okay, I'll look that one up. Forgot about it. And then I saw it in the shop. I was like, oh, that's the one Natalie told me about.
That's
and
the best.
so I picked it up and I started flipping through it. And I was like, this sounds amazing. You guys know I do really enjoy reading books about writing.
Yeah.
And I do have a little bit of a funny theme going on where there are some big authors where I've never read one of their novels, but I have read their memoirs about writing. So Stephen King on writing, I've never read a book. I've never read a novel by him, but I love his memoir.
Yeah.
And then I've read What I Talk About When I Talk About Running and Novelist as a Vocation by Haruki Murakami, but I haven't read one of his
So wild.
fiction books. And so I'm like, I'm very happy to
Let's
read
keep
this
it
first.
going. Do you have any of her novels?
I have The Lathe of Heaven,
Oh, okay.
but I haven't read it.
Because I was gonna ask about that when you were talking about sci-fi. I'm like, have you read any Ursula? Because she's
I know.
huge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's a trend going on here.
Yeah, get ready for it.
The final one that I got, I know it's like a little random, but I'm excited about it. It's called The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. I feel like this series has been really big for quite a while.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a middle grade book, and it's got really, really beautiful illustrations. Very John Classen-y
I know.
looking.
I've been, every time I see this book, I'm like, I kind of want it, but I do I? Like, it's, I don't know. And
Yeah.
now that the movie is coming out.
Yeah, so it was originally published in 2016, and I've been aware of it for ages, thought it looked cute, but wasn't like really called to it. And then I went to the movies to see Twisters. Unbelievable film.
Yeah.
It's such a good read. That's top quality cinema right there. And before it, they played the trailer for The Wild Robot. I literally started to tear up.
I haven't seen the trailer yet, so
It moved me.
I need to watch
It
that.
moved me, Raylene. I was like choking up. I was
my God.
first of all, I really want to see that movie, but I was like, but also I could read the book.
Yeah.
So I got the book.
Maybe I'll buy that when I get home.
The only thing that I'm like a little stressed about is I know that it's a trilogy,
Oh.
but
But you probably can, I mean, it depends how it ends, but I feel like
it
you
depends
could
how
just
it
read
ends.
the first
I could hopefully just read the first book and we'll see what happens.
Is it just me, or does this seem kind of like the Becky Chambers books for kids?
1,000%.
Yeah, I feel like that makes it really attractive.
Yeah,
to me.
it's about a robot who finds a bird and she has
Oh.
to take care of it. And so, like it says on the back, when nature and technology collide.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
That's
I think
really cool.
it sounds really cool and wholesome, and I think I could fly through it and really enjoy it.
Nice.
And that was my last book, thank God. Oh
Thank
my God.
Your stack is so big.
I haven't bought this many books in such a short amount of time in a long time, and I'm just like, I felt high. I was like, oh my God.
Well, no, what's funny is that we have this like combo effect going on where I'm like, I'm on vacation, and so anything goes, you know, like.
And
anything...
I'm like, it's my birthday. Anything goes.
So we're kind of both being wild. Well, in Block Shop Books, I did find a book as well.
Yeah.
This was a book that I have like heard a little bit about, but wasn't sure if I wanted to read. But when I saw it at the shop, I couldn't leave it. And that is Graveyard Shift by M.L. Rio. And this is a novella by the author who wrote If We Were Villains, which I just read earlier this year, actually.
Yeah.
So it's still kind of like in the zone. But yeah, this is her newest book. I think it just came out, but I was struck by the cover. I didn't realize it had a rat and mushrooms on the front, and I am really drawn to those motifs. Rats are my friends. We saw a rat running around Halifax, and I was sad when he left. Like,
Yeah.
I really wanted to see more of him. It was just a glimpse, but I was really drawn in by the cover, and so then I read the back, and I read the introduction, actually, which I don't often do. I find that you always, like, read the beginning of books before you, or not always, but, like, often you'll read the beginning, and I'm like, I should start doing that. So I read the author's note at the beginning, and she kind of talks about how she was inspired by her, like, college days when she was, like, not getting a lot of sleep, and, like, she would just kind of like bumming around campus and stuff. And so this is about a bunch of insomniacs who meet in a cemetery, and like something weird happens at the cemetery.
Cool.
And so
great.
the book takes place over one night, which I also love. That's one of my favorite things. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm getting it. I'm gonna do it. And so I was really excited to grab that. But something happened while I was in that store. Something was cooking in my mind. Because what Ariel didn't mention,
True.
you should show the stamp. And explain why we love the stamp so much. I mean, we did the book truck event. We stamped a lot of books.
You guys know I love a stamp.
Yeah.
The stamp is important to me. I think that bookshops should all have stamps. I just think it's so much fun.
Yeah.
And like I do think that the book as an object is a really wonderful thing, and so it's very special to have a stamp that reminds you where you got it from and kind of shows the journey the book has been on.
Like even if you were to get rid of it, like people will know this is where the book came from, which is really cool.
I think that's really like I know that if I was getting a used book and it had a stamp from like Paris, I'd be like, oh my god, this book came from. I wonder how it got here. Like it adds to the lore of that particular book. So, anyways, I know that Lunenburg Bound has a stamp. Yeah. And that's because, I don't know, one of the times I was there, I was like, you guys should get a stamp. And Mads, who works there, was like, we do have a stamp. And they pulled it out and they found it and they stamped my books.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, okay, so now I know there is a stamp, but you have to ask for it. So I asked for it and you saw me get my book stamped.
Yeah.
But yes, they got stamped with the beautiful Lunenburg Bound logo. I really love their logo.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were buying your books and getting yours stamped. I was still looking around.
Okay.
So by the time I got to the till, I forgot about the stamp.
Forgot about the stamp.
But then when we were in Block Shop Books, I was like, really want that stamp.
I made a big mistake.
I made a big mistake. And also there was another book that I was kind of eyeballing that I didn't buy, but then I saw it at Block Shop Books and I was like, Ariel, do you think we could go back to Lunenburg Bound and be kind of weird and I'll buy another book and get my book stamped? And so we went back and I did get my Julia Armfield book stamped, but then I also bought Rememberings by Sinead O'Connor, which, like I mentioned earlier, I've been wanting to get into musician biographies. This one is a memoir.
Yeah.
So she wrote this. It came out in... What year did it come out?
2021.
Oh, wow. So it's fairly recent, actually. It's newer than I thought. And, of course, she passed away recently. Yeah. So this just felt like a timely memoir. I don't really know much about her. I just know that she was really cool. Yeah. Like, she was a really cool woman. And so I was like, I'm just going to buy this. And, of course, I got it stamped. I got the beautiful stamp.
Incredible.
And everyone's happy.
That was awesome. So basically we did Lunenburg Bound twice.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to be the weirdo that's just like, hey, we're back. And it was worth it. I'm glad we did that.
As we walked into the store, I was like, Michael, we made a mistake. We missed out on a couple of things that we need
to rectify this mistake.
But those are our stacks.
Yeah,
they're pretty good. Should we try and hold them up?
I mean, yours is really big.
Ah! These are our books, which is very exciting. But now, Raylene, I can't wait.
Oh my god, I forgot about the birthday present.
It's my birthday present time.
Okay. I think since we're doing books, let's start with the books. There's also a card in there that you don't have to read right now.
Okay.
So it's very heartfelt.
I'm feeling 3 books, which is cuckoo crazy.
I know.
This is so exciting.
I did some crazy things.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Okay.
This is perfect. They're turned away from you.
Yeah,
it's so
really
good.
Are. Okay, so I've got my little letter, and I do want to read that in privacy by myself.
Good.
Hold on. I'm gonna do it like this so I can't see what the next one is.
Oh, nice.
So the first one is The Lido by Libby Page. Sometimes the only way to change your life is to swim outside the lanes. I think you might have told me you were getting this for me.
And then I kept it secret after that.
And I totally forgot about it, so it worked. This is a book I have had my eye on for ages. And it's about Rosemary, who's 86, and Kate, who's 26, and they both go swimming at their local pool. And you guys know I love swimming.
Yes.
So this is a perfect choice. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I'm very excited about it. And I also, it's fun to read like a multi-generational friendship story.
Totally.
That's awesome. All right.
What do we got?
I don't know. Oh my. Very good.
I had to.
Very good.
There was so much pain in your eyes.
We have The Pisces by Melissa Broder. Can you tell them why you got this one for me?
Yes, so this is a book that every time I see
great.
this book, I think about Ariel, because a long time ago you bought this book and took an aesthetically pleasing photo and put it on Instagram.
I did.
I thought it was so cute, and so ever since then, I thought you had this book. And you've kind of gotten into this whole mermaid book thing, the whole fish and chips vibe.
Yeah.
And then recently you went to go find this book on your shelf and realized that you didn't have it anymore. And then you said, but I wish I had it.
I wish I had it.
You said those words or something to that effect, and I was like, I have to help her. Because I know that there's nothing harder than buying a book, getting rid of it, and then buying it again. It's like, it feels wrong. There's something, and now you don't have to do that.
That is amazing.
I don't even own this book yet, and I want it. Like, I should have bought it for me, but I bought it for you.
This is perfect. I'm like, I love that this problem is solved.
I know. Now you don't have to think about it.
Because it was like, I was like, why did I get rid of that? I think part of it was because it was hardcover, and I had been reading for a long time, so it was kind of bulky. Yeah. This is fantastic. So this, I don't really know what it's about. I know that it's kind of iconic because it's very, very strange.
It's like a merman romance.
I think there's like a human and merman romance.
Yeah.
Which is strange.
It is strange, but exciting.
I don't know, but I'm very, very intrigued. And again, it's got the oceany mermaid vibe.
Yes.
That I love.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we got?
What is this? This is heavy. It's big.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, I was hoping that this would work out.
Yeah.
This is so funny. This is Brownstone by Samuel Tier and Mar Julia. This is hilarious because this is a graphic novel. It looks really, really beautiful. And Raylene spotted it at some point. I don't exactly remember how. And then you messaged it to me and you're like, Ariel, this book is perfect for you.
Yeah.
And you sent me the link because it's about a mixed race character. And like, I think it's the dad. The dad is Guatemalan, which is close to Honduras.
Very close.
And then her other parent is white. And so you were like, wow, Ariel, this is you. And like, I was like so excited about it.
And it's about a house. Like,
yes, that was the other huge thing. You're right. It's about a house and like they move into this it says his old broken down brownstone.
Yeah.
All along she must navigate the language barrier of his rapid fire Spanish, which she doesn't speak, which is I guess a little bit different from me because I do speak Spanish. But it also says like some people don't feel that she's brown enough to fit in. Some people don't feel like she's white enough to fit in other places, and that's the eternal struggle of being mixed race.
Yeah.
And so I was like, wow, that sounds so good. I'm gonna buy that. And you were like, forget that I linked this to you. Please don't buy it. And I was like, I'm getting that for my birthday.
I was like, don't move.
You were like, why did I send this to you?
I was just so excited because you often do that to me. Like you'll find something and be like, wow, look at this cool book.
Yeah.
And so we'll like go back and forth. And I just like saw it. It's because I look at Indigo, the app, every now and then. Like, I'll get emails that are like, look at this cool new book.
Yeah.
And so I opened it up and was like, wow, this is so cool. I have to tell Ariel.
It was just so funny.
And then I realized it was like
a week
month
before my
birthday.
birthday.
Yeah, it was like a
2
couple
weeks or
something before I was going to leave. And I was like, yeah, that needs to be a birthday present.
Look how beautiful it is.
It's so pretty.
I'm very excited to read this. That's going to be awesome.
I'm
That's
glad.
so funny. Oh, what great choices.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go for this one.
Oh my god.
So the first one is books. This one is kind of
Oh my god.
retail items, I guess you could say.
Oh my god, it's like in a tube. I've got a very tall bag. I had a pair of shoes that came in this bag.
Cool. It was perfect for what I needed.
This is so exciting. Okay, I think I know what this first item is.
Oh yeah.
So, okay, I'm so hyped. This is feeding my Moomin trend. It's so sweet.
It's the cutest
It
mug.
is a mug, a pink transparent mug that has a little Moomin on it,
my gosh.
and he looks shy.
He's dancing a little though.
It's so sweet. Okay, I'll have coffee in that.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'll have tea in it later.
Very nice.
Next up in this bag, what do I got? L'Oreal! I'm guessing there's something different in this box. Oh my god.
Just read the box.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm gonna die. Okay, this is L'Oreal. It is what it is, isn't it?
Yes,
it's actually the
it
cream.
is.
Okay. I really respect this. It's anti-fine line moisturizer wrinkle expert. You're so mean.
I had to make a little joke.
Raylene's like really excited that she's not 30 yet.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're 30.
I'm fully like ready to buy this for myself, just so you know.
That is so exciting though, because I'm not good at skincare.
Perfect.
I don't do skincare stuff. So this is really nice to just have a recommendation. And it says to smooth over my face every morning and evening after my serum or treatment. As I do not have a serum or treatment, I'll just be smoothing it over my face. That's awesome.
The reviews were really good for that one.
That's just
and
awesome.
it wasn't expensive. It was perfect.
I love that.
But look, I wrote on the box.
On the top of the box it says, I know it says 35 plus ... Yeah, sorry.
Didn't want to offend you further, but
That's so funny. All right, the final item in this bag. Yes! I love getting a candle for my
I
birthday.
know, it's the best.
And it's gilded pumpkin. Good Lord.
Can I smell it again?
We should just
Ooh,
light it.
We have pumpkin.
That is so nice. This is one of the things that's good about having a late September birthday.
Yes.
Everyone gives you a pumpkin candle. Like,
Yeah.
you'll get at least one,
Yeah.
and then you can burn it for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And it's a 3-wick. That's how you know we're talking quality over here.
Yepers.
All right, I have now lit this candle.
Oh my gosh.
And we're going to have this over here.
That is perfect for the vibes.
Yes!
And then the final one
Oh my god.
is some mysterious
I'm feeling
items.
very spoiled.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
very
not excited.
exciting. Okay, let's see what we got here. Put this lighter aside.
Fire away from me. And like, note the bag. The bag is
The bag
thematically
is so
relevant.
perfect. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. First of all, I see yahoo! A cute little peaches. What are these called? It's like a dishcloth.
It's like a reusable paper towel.
Yes.
Is basically what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called though.
That's so cute. I will definitely be using that
it's
a
got
lot.
peaches all over it. I had to get it.
What?
That one's twofold.
Okay, first of all, I've got the cutest bag I ever saw in my whole
And
life.
in case you're wondering, yes, I made that.
I was hoping.
All of my best friends have one.
That is so cute. It is a little crocheted pouch with a sunflower in it.
Yeah.
Very autumnal. What's in here? Ah, it's a little ceramic mushroom. It's so cute. And
For
it's
your
dishwasher
piano.
and microwave safe.
Oh.
For my piano.
Yeah, for your rings.
Oh my god. Which is good because I never take them off.
I know.
And I'm
we had a
supposed
discussion
to.
about this once. I was like, would you be able to use another little dish?
Yes.
Because I know you have a lot of them.
But like, look, I transfer them out. I have a little dish in front of my computer at all times where I put little things.
perfect.
So this would be
Yeah.
ideal. I love the little pouch so
Yay.
much.
I'm glad you
I wonder
like
what I
it.
want to use that for. All right, and then I have
Especially requested.
I have pumpkin crocheted coasters. That is incredible.
But they kind of look like peaches also, right?
They kind of look like peaches a little bit, but I love them.
Yeah. I didn't have the right color, and that's that.
Oh, I think the color's great.
It could have been a little bit dustier. I don't know.
A little dirtier.
Yeah.
Raylene has crocheted me a lot of coasters,
Yeah.
and they're the best. Like, it's just, they're
We were
so
using the
nice.
spring ones
Yeah.
yesterday.
And that's the thing, because Raylene was like, is there something you might want crocheted? And I was like, actually, I really want autumnal coasters.
Yeah.
Because they're really good because you can wash them.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're so nice. And then
Yay.
they're on theme.
Yeah.
That's so
And everything
beautiful.
is orange.
Oh my god. Okay, the last thing that's in here is from Kyle, and we picked it out together, and it is a little sealing wax kit. So him and I will do that later, because we were looking forward to
They
that.
really bonded over that.
Oh my god, really. Let's hug.
Let's hug.
Oh, thank you.
Yay.
These are all so sweet. I do really feel spoiled rotten,
Yay.
and now my pile really scares me.
How many books is that? 2, 4, 6, 8,
It's so many.
12.
Oh my god.
Wait, how many have I gotten? 2, 4, 6, 7. And
In
that's-
this video.
In this video. There are more. Yeah, you didn't really get as much at the truck because
No,
you
it's my truck.
own the truck.
Yeah,
you
I
could
own
have
the truck.
You could have taken them already.
That's so funny. Well,
Yeah.
thank you so much to everyone for watching this episode. We are going to record 2 more episodes together that will be coming out over the following weeks. We hope that you're well. We are now going to go record our Patreon mini podcast, Movie Tub.
Ooh.
If you want to check that out and support the pod, we'll talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.